What's going on, guys? This is Xtaze back with episode 4 of Civilization 6. We are on Abraham Lincoln, and we're doing the Road to Glory series, where I'm attempting to beat Civilization 6 with every leader. It's a long road ahead. And, see here with this, what I'm kind of trying to do is each video, I'm thinking it's best to have each video be an era. Because usually getting from the beginning of an era to the end on the settings I play, you're usually looking at about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So one whole section all the way through is that's a pretty good video. So we've already gotten through episode 1. We pretty much did most of the classical era, got a little bit into the medieval. And then we're coming at the end of the medieval era. This should kick over here in maybe it was just about 15 to 20 turns. And so for this video, I'm looking to get through this last little bit of the medieval era and the whole Renaissance era. So that's kind of the goal that we got going on here. When we last left, let's see here, we were researching castles. Alhambra is a real good one to go ahead and build. We're going to upgrade our light cavalry with the Corsair. And we should have an aqueduct coming online that'll allow us to bonus here. And we did get a bonus for education. So we have also Machu Picchu coming up here in 3 turns, which is a huge build. And then we got the Mahdi Temple, which is going to get me my 2 apostles and really get my religion cooking with the last, let's see here, my religion with the last 2 unlocked abilities here. So with that, I think we just got done upgrading all of our troops. And we're about ready to push north here and just go take out Harold. Now what I want to see is, do we have a Cassius Bell? Okay, we don't have really anything we can do other than, because here's the thing, is we want to be able to trade with these guys. I'd like to get one of these guys to be friendly with us first. Usually they have to have like the bright smiley face there for a minute. So we're going to send a delegation over where we can. In hopes that in the next turn or 2 we can get one of these guys to be friendly with us. So let's go ahead and kick it over and start moving through here. Okay, now I did want to put a lumber mill there, because those bonus right here. So we'll get that lumber mill on. I usually will put a marker up, and then when I have what I want, I'll take it off. It's these. And we'll take that, because trading with somebody also makes them friendly with you. And the name of the game is make a friend, get an alliance with them, and then once I got that one alliance, I don't really care so much about what happens with the rest of them. Our impossible scout. This guy, he was supposed to die up here, but he did not. Luckily he survived. And he had probably 2 or 3 chances of dying up there, and he just kept seeming making it out, so that worked out for us. Get these horses down here for some more experience. I'm perfectly fine sitting right here on the other side of the river. Alright, we get the Mahdi Temple on the next turn. 2 turns for Machu Picchu. 14 for a Himiko, that's pretty good. It's looking like whatever population is going to take over here, it's going to be able to grab one of these two tiles. So, we're still looking pretty good there. 389 faith. I'm going to use that. Use that to buy another trader. Help out Boston. Or a trader to help out Cincinnati. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and go with... Oh, Skedsmo actually would be the best line. So we'll get the trader there. We'll get another 6 builder here. The gold, we're just going to keep stacking our gold for right now. Because when there's an ability that Magnus will get that'll allow us to build settlers without taking out city population. And when we get that, we'll just go ahead and use our gold and maybe buy 2 settlers, or even 3 when the time comes. Okay, I'm going to make this trade because I don't expect to do a whole lot of diplomatic stuff in this game, so I'm going to make the trade. And this is mostly to build points with her, so that I can maybe turn that into some kind of diplomatic deal.
In a dusty, bustling corner of the Indian state of Bihar,
Here we go.
there is a magical place that one
The
might think of
the
as the hub of
Mahadodi?
Buddhism.
Dodi? Or Mahabodhi? Mahabodhi. Mahabodhi Temple. Alright, cool.
The Navy has both a tradition and a future.
So we're done upgrading for right now, so we don't need these. And we are probably looking at, from this point, could take gold. Definitely going to keep our harbor and encampment build up there. Then, what do we want here? Gains from pillaging and coastal raids. So we're about to go to war. Well, not that close to going to war, but war is on the horizon. I think we're just going to take the extra money. Reduce maintenance by 1. We got our Wonders card and our Builders card up. Pop this in, we're going to get plus, because we're going to have 6 traders, so we'll get plus 6 gold. That's one idea. We don't got a lot of harbors going on. I think it's only, we got 1 and the other one's being built. Don't have 2 promotion governors, really. So really, this is an idea. We can do something like here and then here. And I think that's probably the best setup that we got going on right now. Let's take that. So we do have 3 holy sites going on. Now here are... We're going to evangelize the belief here. Okay, might we get a second market built? Let's just buy one, right? So 4 turns to get a market there, we can get that next. And then we have one here. And we do already have a market in there. So let's get our harbor up. +4 harbor right there. That's a nice one. And we'll just pop a granary in for now. Actually, this one we did want to get some catapults going, didn't we? Okay, market in 2. So I might just buy the market right here. Okay, this is our bonus. That's a good 400 spin, I think. Okay, here I think we still are wanting to grow. Now you can see if we cross this river and attack, we're going to get our butts kicked. But staying here defensively is a good idea. Magnus is not ready for 2 turns, so we don't want to do that. Here we eventually want to plant a forest, then put a lumber mill on it. Which is actually, to tell you the truth, well, we can keep that in mind for right now. Reality, how many builds we got? We got 3. 2 turns before I can chop out. Yeah, we're going to keep our build and just wait there. Okay, a 6 builder coming up. And we need to get over here to Boston and start getting this worked on. There is our new trader, and his primary purpose is, 1, yes, we want to give 2 food to Skedsmo here by setting up a trading route to probably Armagh. I'd like to get a road in here while we do this, to a place that we don't have a road yet. So let's see if a road to Cincinnati is worth it. We would pick up a road tile. See, when a trader goes over, you're going to get the roads through. And right now there is no road going from here down. So this would be a good road to get put in. And when Magnus gets in here, Magnus does have this ability. And actually we have the consume no population. So this ability right here is what we're probably going to be doing next. So this trade route, in 6 turns we could get that ability. And then this trade route will get 2 more food. So let's put him into Skedsmo there. Or not Skedsmo, Cincinnati. That trade route will be real good here in a second. We're going to evangelize. Well, let's choose our first belief here. So with this being said, we can pick a belief down here. This is our 3rd one. These are nice when you can get 3 food and 2 faith. The stupa gives 1 more amenity, which is also pretty dang sweet. But we're kind of planning on being spreading our religion to the rest of the world. So we want something that's going to give us a lot of faith too. Or even help us spread our religion, because we get the plus attack bonus whenever we attack a place that has our religion in place. So if we can spread our religion there first, then we can follow behind it with our armies and dominate. Plus 3 gold for each city following this religion. That's a pretty good one. Plus 2 faith for each city following this religion. Think about going with that. Let's do it. More faith. That was a big faith chunk there. That's going to help us further move along here. Now we're going to evangelize again. Okay, so now these are what's left to evangelize to. Synagogues, +5 faith. Plus housing and food. The amenity. This will give us an extra spread on our apostles and missionaries. Construction of Mars +3 faith and +1 additional faith for each era since constructed. So this is how you can get like those 6 faith Dar Emir buildings. And then when you multiply that with any other faith stuff, you can just get tons of faith of those. But that would be like pushing us into the end game, and I think there's a good chance we won't even get into the end game on this one because of how quickly I think we're going to be able to take over the next civilization. I think I'm going to take the we'll go ahead and go with the synagogue. It's going to allow us to get a lot more faith early on. +4 error score in there. Another envoy. One will count as 2. I'm going to just pop in there so we can get the 1 science, and we'll get a second envoy. Okay, now this knight here, we're going to send down here. Game here, we're going to get him on the move along. Okay, so that barb camp turned into Preslav. Preslav is received 2 loyalty per turn in cities for each encampment district. So that's not a bad one to have as we move around conquering. And in the meantime, we can get this guy into a camp down here, or get him upgraded down there. Well, we're going to pay full price on that upgrade. He's the last unit, I believe, here that I needed to get an upgrade going for. Until these 2 light cavalry on the Corsairs here. But here comes Machu Picchu. Six charges left. That's right. We had Sinbad running around. Oh, I should have just used it right there. I didn't realize it. Bad move by me. Hoping is, well, this boat is probably going to attack Sinbad. But what I was hoping was I would go here, hit him once, then the boat would attack me, and then hit him again, get 2 charges burnt there.
Eagles fly the turrets round and seem to flaunt the sky. They eye
this is a great wonder here.
In decay.
So mountains will now bonus my industry. So we got that taken care of. Gonna get another great person here, Pierre de Bardi. And he can see his ability is terrible. But that's another industry that we can use. We still can't build industries, but we're just staging them up. We're just gonna get our guy, we're parked over it. Now I had another one around here, I believe, that we can, there it is. So that'll be our next industry to go ahead and get going. And there's our synagogue. So when we get this baby going, we're going to be getting a lot of faith here. And we can get a 4th trader. Let's just do that. want that one right here. I want this city to be nice and beefy here pretty soon. We cannot buy a synagogue, but we can buy one with faith. But we can still buy builders with faith, so we want to keep doing that. Is he in there yet? One more turn. So we will go. Yes, I'd like to get my industrial zone going. And you can see right here, it looks like it's a terrible industrial zone because we're only bonusing here. But these are all going to turn into massive bonuses for this thing. Let's get that going. So we'll start getting some great engineer points. Okay, 2 invoice, 2. Buenos Aires, we'll take that. It's going to give us all of my bonus resources behave like luxuries. I can't wait to see what the happiness is over here when we get that going. Then Hong Kong, we're not doing city projects really. Your shallow water tiles provide +1 production. An additional 1 when you reach industrial. That's a great one to have. Actually, believe it or not, this one. Your districts on or next to coast or lake tiles provide 2 culture. So we should see a little culture boost going on up here. Not quite a little, that was a lot. That's awesome. We're still fine with just hanging out here. This guy right here, he's not bothering us. We're waiting for 1 more turn, then we're going to get our chops going in here. It didn't attack him. So where'd this guy go? See, he was right here. He probably went over here. We got 19 turns to find him. There he is. This is what we wanted. So one of these Sinbad charges isn't going to kill him, but it's going to give us 400 gold. And he's probably not going to attack us now, and then we can use another charge again and get 400 gold. Then we can come back over here and use it again and get 400 gold. Got 1 more turn. Here we go. He's one of these guys to turn happy. I'm thinking maybe Alexander because he likes civilizations that are warlike.
Rocks in my path?
And with me, I've already taken over London, so... Here we go. We're going to go ahead and burn this because this does work in the amount of production. And let's see here. So it's 16 turns for an industrial zone, and I want to build it here. But if I chop first, now it's 11 turns because the production stores up in here, even if I didn't use the, even if I didn't have anything queued at the time. So that's how you can chop a tile and then put something good on top of the chop you just did and save the production. Okay, so next phase here is I want to get another city going. So we're going to buy one. And then the turn after this we're going to buy another. So we're going to get one built up on the coast here. We're going to take this over. We just completed that. So let's actually get these guys back to town and get them upgraded. Now all I'm looking to do here is get another road built. because roads help me bring war. And it doesn't really matter if we can get up to Muscat. Preslav might be a place that we want to get a road going to, because that'll help us move our settler up over here, which I think what we want to do next. Also, you can look at who has a turn to send a trade route, or a quest anyway. So Valletta, we can get an extra by sending a trade route there. Taruga, we can get a road here for a trade route. Yeah, this is semi-dangerous, but I'm going to do it. We're going to send this trade route to Taruga. No, it's too far away. Get 5 gold by going to Johannesburg, 6 for going to Nunlandia. For going to Valletta, and we got a trade route. Let's give it a shot. I think we're still kind of wanting to get the we want to get this war going up here pretty soon. So we're 2 catapults away and 1 alliance away from starting our next war. There's no real rush right now to get to gunpowder. I want to kind of stay in. I want to stay in the medieval era for as long as I can. So even after I take education here, I might actually try to get as many of these techs done as I can before finishing military engineering. Just kind of a strategy to think about, like when you want to leave the era. Okay, so we got another temple going on. Not really ready to chop this out and get an industrial area. We get our aqueduct in 2 turns. I think it's time to... Oh no, let's just stick with the synagogue, it looks like. More faith. Okay, the boat probably ran. There he is. We're going to get more money. Stay on alert here. Now we're looking... Is there a way to this other mainland? Is this going to lead us there? Okay, well that will pick him up on the next turn. This builder's up, we gotta get these repaired here. Probably should have done that with this guy before I ran him off, but... Okay, now I'm back to another chop out right here. Looking to me like a forward settle here won't be too bad. Let's see, do we want Preslav as friends? Two loyalty return for each encampment. Yeah, we do want to keep Preslav as friends. So, but we can still forward settle. That's totally fine. Then the majority of these tiles here will stay in our border. I do like being on a river. Just go ahead and go right here. There's an upgrade. And another. It's 2 Corsairs. Across. Let's get these repaired. Alright, now we're coming back this way, and a lot of times what's nice about these coastal ones is maybe this one spawned another boat. And if it did, that's great. Every boat we see is 2 charges. One boat looks like 400 gold, so. Builder. We might be looking at doing a Petra city either here or somewhere down here. There's our aqueduct. Right, let's get some more. Let's get another oil side going. Well, now let's get an industrial zone. +4. That's what good planning will do for you. Is this industrial zone's already getting bonus 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's all we got our +4 there. Another settler. Coming for another chop. And the power of America. This is the first one that you're seeing here as far as Abraham Lincoln goes. So every time I make an industrial zone or an industrial zone building, I get a melee unit. Whatever the strongest one is for the age of this moment. Now if you hover over the melee unit, you can see it's +5 combat strength. Right? And then it's also +5 strength. It does not require resources, that's the big one, at all, or maintenance. This guy's free. He's not costing me gold. And in the future, when he turns into a unit that's consuming oil per turn, he doesn't cost me oil. So I can build this massive army and just be running amok with it. And the other cool thing is when I go to merge this guy with one of these guys up here, which is what I'm going to end up doing here, this guy, if I merge these two together, this guy's going to keep all his abilities, and he's going to inherit this guy's abilities. So you can make really awesome in-game armies with that. But anyway, let's start. I'm going to keep pushing units up to the top here so that when we go in here, it's like shock and awe. There, 400. We're going the growth method here, so let's... I mean, no issue. Well, let's go growth. I'm not worried when the war starts that these guys are going to be coming down here enough that I need to get my walls up, kind of thing. I think we're going to pretty much monkey stomp them. That's kind of what's going on. So now that we got this built, we're going to bonus it by getting an aqueduct up. And the extra housing is going to help here because growth is going to be a problem here shortly. as I don't have a lot of development going on here. So the extra housing will definitely help. About to get guilds, and we're going to get this card, which is a great one for what we got going on as far as industry goes. At this point, I'm going to be kicking a city out every turn, either with faith or gold on here, until our era is over. I'm going to try to get 6-7 cities kicked out right now. And they're not burning any population, and this whole section needs to get settled. So we're going to settle it all.
You can't go around arresting.
So here comes City 2. I think we're going to get down here at the mount. Get down over here. This is probably a little bit safer for right now. And if we put this on a desert, that'll be a lot. And I can kind of farm out all this here. Alright, now this is so 280 with faith, 560. We'll do that. So going into theocracy. This might actually take us into the next era. We'll have to look and see what happens as that goes down. So here we go for our first catapults. Let's get our second one up here. What we want to do is we want to get this bonus mined up, because remember, these are luxuries now. Orleans. We can go growth in New Orleans. We can go for more money. Now why don't we see what the money is looking like here. So we already got one going out to Valletta. Now Nan Model, this is a very safe 12 there. Is not. London. Now if I did Liverpool, I can cut a road through here, which would be a pretty good. No, it still wants to take us up and around. But the trading post here would let me trade with Taruga, so I think I am just going to go ahead and do that. I know it is only a 1-1, so it's not really optimal. I'd like to at least get 2 food out of it. This doesn't really allow me to get any new roads, but neither does a Liverpool one either. Liverpool one does let me get a trading post. It helps me transfer my religion over too, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to go with that, because Armag's already got a religion. Need to get a kill with our knight, so we just got that for military science. Are looking to get these guys probably on this next turn. Well, not this next turn, but very soon here we're looking to get these guys as industrial zone built, so we're going to start getting set up for that. Here's our next target. 15 turns to get there. We'll get there in 6. that'll be another 400 gold, and maybe there's a boat down there we can take out too. Alright, now, that's what I was saying about growing. So every trade route we send to this guy's city is going to get +2 food, and the city's going to get 20% growth. So this city should start really kicking up here. Put him to sleep until we can get another industry going. What do we got left for heroes? We still got Hercules that we can put up here. So we're gonna go settle down here, that's 1. Down here, that's 2. Right here, that's 3. Alright, so... Sorry, my wife just texted me, so just 1 second, and here we are, back to the video. Real world problems. Okay, so... Moving right along, we got... I'm gonna take this baby over here, but first we're gonna get Defender. Actually, Barding is defending against range contact. Because once we get that guy, these turn into tanks in the end game, so they're gonna be getting launched on by cities. Right, well, we want to get our industry up here, so what we're going to do is get that taken down. We're going to harvest it as well. We want to get... The reason I want to be spending faith on this is because we're going to lose in a little bit here our ability to buy settlers with faith. You see, like, when you get this setup going on here with Magnus and doing it the way I've got it going on, you can really put the gas on your expansion. And that's basically another amenity now. We're going to get out here and do the same thing. Out here, same thing. Would like to get a trade route into here to cut across this way, build a road, and +2 food this zone. We're going to raid here when we get our chance.
The purpose of education.
But we still don't have a friend, so we're going to try to make another trade deal, see if we can get some friends. So there's nothing with Prodmaker we can do. there's nothing really with her we can trade. Well, we can trade these babies. Give her 20. What will you give me? We'll take that. Alexander. Trade these babies here. Take it. You're really just trying to build up points with these guys is what I'm trying to do. Now here we're going to match an amenity up with an amenity, and that's great. Okay, like I was saying, yes, it's cool to get the Niter going. Yes, the trebuchets would be cool. But if I research this now, it's going to kick us over in the Renaissance era. And we don't really need to kick over yet. So I don't think we should, because we're in a golden age. Let's just stay in the golden age. Now there is another school of thought where we can score too many points on here, making our next golden age that much harder to get into, but we're going to be in a war. We're planning to be in a war for the next age. And we're going to get a lot of extra era score being in that war. Okay, so we got our industrial zone. We get another free unit. We can either get a workshop up or Katoku Inn is what we want. Yes, and our spot is right there for it. 16 turns for that baby. We're gonna get this guy up. Yeah, when we do get into this war, we are gonna just steamroll these guys. Can we upgrade that? Yes, we can. Okay, we got one city coming up here, one city coming up here, one coming up here. Our next wars are going to be over here, so we are going to get another settle out here on the continent. And I like right about there. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do it. Got our granary, so we're building like crazy here. Get a monument going. Let's go ahead and cross the river. And the reason I do like the cavalry going, starting out and XPing south is, one, I can get XP with these guys fighting the barb camps down here is kind of what I did. And two, when the war starts, running my cavalry up north is not going to be nearly as bad as trying to run ground units up north. So here we go. We are going to chop out. And actually, this is going to give food to London, I believe. Is it London that's going to get food here? It's London. But why don't we do this? We swap it. We can give food to Liverpool. And if we swap this, lock it, lock that. Now we're going to swap back. And then we'll put our industry in here, our +4 industry. So I wanted this city to grow, so I gave the food there. Sorry, I got another text there. Just 1 second. Alright, so with Boston anyway, we are just looking to get these bonuses all cooked up over here. We're gonna raid this camp. We're gonna drop like 4 cities it's gonna be epic. 5 turns to get our harbor up. Synagogue. 4 turns for Himiko. And we've got 52 here. We're probably going to attack. Well, we were going to attack Herald, so we want this player to generate 100% more grievances towards other players. City-state, which type? 100% of the city-state yields for this type when sending a trade route to him. So we're already sending a trade route to Valletta, which is a militaristic one. So let's do that. And we can go one. We'll do our votes like that, it looks like. Militaristic 1, Alexander 1 there. Max men at arms. City up. We got a Philadelphia over there. After this, I know we're going to go into an aqueduct to get the last bonus here. And see, when you watch some YouTube videos, you get a lot of guys in there saying, oh, aqueducts, you don't build them, you don't need them. If you're playing right, that aqueduct really juices up that industrial zone. Like, why would you not bonus an industrial zone all the way around? Right? So for me, yeah, the 2 housing, yeah, and usually an aqueduct doesn't take that much to build. Like if you right now it's 37 turns for a 1 pop city. Well, in these bigger cities, that aqueduct gets built really quick. So yeah, take the aqueduct, build the aqueduct. Still waiting for someone to be friendly up here. Yeah, we're going to decline that because we don't want to be seen as friendly with Harold when we have to plunge the knife in his back, right? We're going to actually denounce him when the time comes. There's our second catapult. Okay, so really, by the time this guy gets up here, I want the war to start. So we're going to call it 9 turns. 9 turns, this war starts. Wherever we're at. For him, we're going to use him as a flanking bonus. We're going to get him up around here. And maybe we got trebuchets when this war starts. And then we're going to invade. Yeah, we are just going to get rid of that. Thought about sitting my guys there, sitting in there and farming it, but we're gonna get rid of it because we're trying to expand this area. And if another barb camp pops up, I'd kind of rather it be down here. With New York, yeah, we can get another industrial zone. For the workshop here. Do one workshop. Settler in 13 turns. We're going to get the workshop. But we're going to buy another settler. Nope, 725. 360. So we'll get the 360 settler on the next turn. Here we are. Settling another turn. We got Baltimore up. Now we're going to get over here. Get boats on that. Because bonuses are luxuries now. Chop that out. We get it in 5 turns. And we'll just go. This guy we're going to keep in the south no matter what. and probably 1 cavalry unit. So we couldn't get over to the land here. We're gonna go around the ocean tile. Get another watermill going. This is a great one here. We're gonna go for the Casa de Concentrazione, or whatever that is. Is that what it is? Casa de Contractacion? That's why you don't build cities near volcanoes. Because that city just took a hit.
The three great elements.
So we are currently on monarchy. We can go to theocracy, which means our faith purchases are going to be 15% cheaper. But we don't really need that right now. Or should we? Now I'm thinking about contradicting myself here. I do like the influence points being what it is. I don't know if the 15% discount is really worth it, because we're not really going to be fighting a religious war. So this +5 combat strength for apostles, not really seeing that as something we need. I was hoping to get our alliance done by now. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. I haven't been able to get anyone to brighten their disposition against me. I don't think we're going to get a great artist out, and I'm trying to delay staying in the era I'm in, so I'm going to get that one out of the way. So I'm okay with kind of taking the slowest route out right now of this current era. Got our synagogue up. We really need to get some stuff chopped out here, though. So I think we are probably going to just go ahead and get a builder going. Or actually, let's get Hercules. That's great. Okay, Hercules. Another city up. A barb camp up here. Builds. I really would like to be able to get around. But you know, I got an idea here. Because this has one food, this is actually, this tile and this tile are big for that city, so we'll do that. Maybe there's a boat around here. Doesn't look like there is. Just gonna, we'll take the 400 and walk. Yeah, it says 89 turns. It's not going to be 89. Because this city's got a growth in 9. And we're going to put it on 3, so that's going to be even faster. Here, we'll stick with the 2-2 tile. Baltimore. Lock in the 3 food. We get another 360 to get a citizen there. 725, we'll take that. We're still trying to get up into this area. catapult, so the war is coming. Turns here. I do want to chop there, chop there, chop there, chop there. So I got 4 chops. It might be worth bringing Magnus in here in a little bit. Okay, all I'm looking for is a barbarian camp. I'm gonna send. I got him for 9 turns. I got 2 more charges. I just want a barb camp to send him to, and that's 8 turns to get up here. And actually, it's 7 to get here. So we'll get here with 7, and then we'll have 2 turns to pop this or any boats in the area. So that should work out. Grown, get the lighthouse up. We got Himiko, that's big. And let's start subtly planning this city here. So, looks to me like, now we can put a lighthouse. Well, this is the lighthouse for here. So we're gonna go lighthouse here. Commercial district bonus is the lighthouse and gets bonus from the city. Wonder next to the lighthouse is here. Coliseum of Halicarnassus. Then we can. This would be a great spot for a campus. All 3 of these are bonuses for campus. This can be an aqueduct, which still bonuses the campus. Looking at doing a industry zone there. Now we're looking at what kind of tiles these are. So that's hills, plains, hills, and hills. So what would bonus this? For both of those 2 would be an encampment. The plains, I think that was the plains right here. That's the plains, so an aerodrome bonuses that. Now we got a river here, so we're looking at a B. Holy site there, just like that. And you can see this one's already built out, this first section, so it's got to build all the way out the whole section here before we have to worry about it taking this. So we're still fine. Otherwise, I would just buy it outright if I was worried about these guys taking that plot of land. So with this being said though, we're still looking at growing this community here. And we're going to get a harbor. These harbors are great for that. We got our granary number 2 there. Alright, we got an iron mine here. And that's not that great because I'm trying to figure out how I can get water to this city and bonus that thing. So right here would be, do it like this. We can bring water in here. Industrial zone there. Encampment there. We have to worry about the volcano, but no commercial district there. And it's not optimal, but it's near the river. It bonuses here, and if an eruption happens, what's the same kind of thing if an eruption happens here? We're just going to end up having to repair these. But I'm going to stick with that. We can do an aerodrome. here. And then we just need one thing that we want to stick out on that ledge there. We can leave it blank for now, but this is kind of the setup where we'll go, and we'll get plenty of good bonuses going on for a production-minded city. And with that said, the next thing that we'd want to do here is we put a builder up and get the industrial zone going. Now, is this Herald? It is Herald. And take Muscat from Herald, so that when the war starts, Muscat's on our side. Got our boats all squared away there. I got two chops. I think I want to chop here, so they can do their industrial zone, they can do their industrial zone. So that's probably what's next up on the line here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is a dead tile. And that's fine. We'll leave that dead. Because you could force a city into here, but you don't have to. That's why the barb camp actually spawned there, but we're gonna leave that go. Dead. Putting a city there. Probably right here. Build another one. 405. Even in late game, these can still give rewards, and I think right around late game, like last era, I think if they just give gold, but or experience. But I think you can still get boosts in them right now. We'll see when we jump in there. But +3 era score again. Let's get him over here and heal him up. We're gonna raid that. And it's a desert square, so why not?
The pen might not be mightier than...
I'm gonna start flipping Muscat. So each charge puts a... This is what Himiko is so awesome. Each charge Himiko spends, you get one more envoy. And right now, Muscat has 7 envoys, and Herald controls it. Well, I got 8 charges, so I'm going to take this over, and they're going to become my city-state, and I'm going to get plus amenity and cities with a commercial hub. So with that being said, we're looking at this. We're still only content, so we can definitely take more amenities. Alright, so... Peslov, maybe we can do that. Buenos Aires, got that. Hong Kong. Auckland. Yeah, we'll take Auckland. That'll help get our coastal cities really cooking. You can see how many suzerains we've already got. We're killing it as far as trade routes to foreign cities. Earn 1 gold for each luxury resource. We don't really need a Venice. Probably just take Preslav. There's 1 chop, and New Orleans will be able to get their industrial zone on the next build. We're going to buy this tile and get another one. Once this is built, we're going right back to builders here. And we're looking at sending builders this direction.
We have failed in our mission, and next time we are again...
London's got an industrial zone going on. Yeah, 5 turns. We'll get the workshop. Array going on. Alright, where do we want to go at this point? I think out here. We'll get another bonus, which is going to count as an amenity for London. Realistically, we can start kind of sending some troops this way for even that future war that's coming. Okay, here we go. We're going to buy again. Another settler. And we put the time limit on. We're gonna go right through these guys when both these catapults are up. So I think we're gonna need the catapults to get through this. It's a 7 pop with walls. And it's just the first level of walls too, I think. So those shouldn't be too bad. Goes that Hercules. Where we want? I think down here. Right about. Let's see, we're gonna do a full distance. So you count out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So right here would be a full distance away from Los Angeles. We might be able to get over to that piece of land here some ways through. In 1 turn, we're going to get our caravels, and we'll be able to upgrade both these, or here, and that'll get us another bonus. See, we've been knocking out humanist because we don't have any theaters. We're not going to get a great artist. Just must get one more. You see, we're still delaying here, getting our trebuchet. We're more than happy to just keep taking this stuff over here. Do we want banks or do we want shipyards? Build a university next to a mountain. We do want that eventually. Well, when in doubt, go growth. Growth over money. Okay, Muscat, where are we at here? They belong to us now. Inlandia, do we want Inlandia? We don't really need it. So basically we have 4 charges. Where do we want these 4 charges to go? What out there would we want? Your cities receive 2 production for each foreign civilization they have a trade route to. We're not going to be trading with foreign civs too much. Land combat or support units are 20% cheaper to buy for each industrial zone. That's not a terrible one. And when we get our war going, that's we will be buying some troops. Let's do that. Another great merchant increases trade route capacity by 1. Your trade route to city-states now grant you 2 faith. Just for an extra trade route and the faith, I don't think we'll be doing a whole lot of trading with city-states. We do have 1 right now. We're going to recruit him. We might just use him to get another industry. So I got 1 set up there. I got another industry that I can get going over here. So I'll probably just park him there and get another industry. I would like to get a lumber mill on this. I got 1 build left, so let's go that route. And here, 8 turns. But I'm fine in the meantime, waiting out those 8 turns. And we'll farm this when the next guy spawns there. Okay, no path out that way. Probably no path out this way. Oh no, wait, we can cross. We can just flat cross. That's right. We got caravels. So there's 1. I need more money for the second one up here. You can see how crazy I'm overshooting this. I should probably think about getting into the next age. There's only 4 turns. Well, let's play it out. Because we could potentially be setting ourselves up for a dark age if we don't have a really good war in the next turn or the next age. Well, we'll see. We're in this for the money, so we're gonna raid. Okay, they got the lighthouse out. Let's map this out a little bit. Great bonus right here. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 for an industrial. Bonus is the aqueduct. That's 5 for the industrial. We can eventually turn this into a commercial hub. which is still great bonusing going on. Encampment, and that is one cooking industrial zone going on there. I think that's all we would really want with this group right here. You might be looking at doing a campus there. And then we got a river tile here for holy sites. That would be perfect, just like that. So let's start with that right there. Start moving these guys up and around here. Just some more combat going on down here. Can we get another settler? 445. And then it is 895. So we gotta keep going. And when you know you have another war victim on your radar, you want to be pushing your borders in that direction. Even though this is our next target, our borders are going to come this way so that we are ready to fight when the time comes. And when we take these cities, their loyalty won't be so out of whack because we're very close to them.
May I make a suggestion?
It's a +5 for circumnavigation. We'll hold up there. Jump off and we'll just heal up around here. And we're going to heal again. Yes, we can already shoot them. We'll do that. And so far so good. We got, there we go, another settler. Just kicking settlers out. And here's our 2 turns, so we're gonna get 1 for sure. Is somebody happy in Landia? And we're not gonna be able to get there very much further, but we can do a little exploring before we lose Sinbad. Where's that at? That's my capital. So we got a mess in the capital. Another reason I need to get my dam going here. Alright, we've just been given the 9-turn warning that Whether we like it or not, this era is ending in 9 turns, even though we've been trying to delay that baby as long as possible. So, it's all good. And we said we were going in here regardless. So we're going in regardless. Going to Aqueduct, but let's swap that. Close it. Oh, we need pop 7 to get that going, so looks like we are starting with an Aqueduct. Got our workshop. Yes, let's get another seller. Let's get a trading post. We want to keep pushing our capital up. Be good to get a trading post at these two cities. We're gonna go to Baltimore first. That's all my capacity. And workshop. So again, we're going to be pushing our new units out this direction so that when I want to do that war, it's all good. Really, I need a builder. And we started down there. We're going to get the 6th builder with Liang. We're going up the road. And that flood took out 3 plantations. So we got to put all 3 of these plantations back. And after this Kotaku Inn, we're going to get our dam here and prevent that from happening again. Let's get up that direction. So we got City 1, City 2. Let's get City 3 right here. Just to get my foothold.
Our people have...
Did a crazy overshoot on this. It could really bite me in the butt, but we'll see. So, we're going to put it sleep there. And keep moving these guys up and around, and once we're both within shot here, then we make our move. We might just want to wait till the era is over, that way we get all the points for that war on the next era. Because now I'm worried I've overshot it so much that it'll be real hard to get all the points I need to get for Golden Age in the next era. We'll see though. So with Washington, I can get 1 food, 3 production by going to London. So 1 and 1, but Baltimore's going to get religion, and we're going to get a road there, so I'm going to go that route. Here we go. So like 2 turns from this war starting. See how these men-at-arms just start coming out of the woodwork with these industrial zones. Hit that. Let's smack them. Yeah, 2 turns. We'll take it. Get on our new continent. Get over here and pick a fight. So it got shut off because this guy jumped on there. That's okay. And actually, if I put this guy here, then I might be able to settle my next settler even a tile or 2 further in, which would be better. Right along. $900 gold for another settler, so we're probably not going to get that. 490, we could probably get that. So we can probably get 1 more settler out of this before the golden era ends. And if you look at how many cities I was able to pull out of that golden era, and not sacrifice any population, that's a recipe for success there. Change any of this. We got 100% holy side bonus +2. We aren't actually building settlers right now, so we're just buying them, so we don't necessarily need that. We are making wonders. This is still a decent card with all the exploring we had to have. The +2 influence is good. +30 production for harbors and districts is good. The 1 gold per unit saved. +4 combat strength when a non-religious unit fights a civilization that follows another religion. And we're about to go into war against somebody that does follow another religion. So with this card on, we'd get +4 strength when we're in their city limits, fighting their religion. And actually, this is just 4 strength altogether against Harold. So we'll put that baby on. We got our relic for Sinbad passing there. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to have an alliance with anybody. So we might as well just build our second caravel. Get another admiral. For here, yeah, let's just get the, oh actually that's over here, get the workshop. Yeah, that's what we want to do. The workshop down here. Get the aqueduct to bonus our workshop. Over here, we want to chop this out. Get our industrial zone going. So we're going to get a builder going. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think declare war on the next turn here. So let's do this. This. Denounce. That way we can just declare all-out attack on the next turn. Or there might be a series of turns, there might be like 3. I'm gonna buy that. Bonus exploration. Or XP. There's somebody here that we haven't met. See their border outline. $20 for that. Sure.
I will.
Well, hey there, Caesar. Anyone willing to be friends would be nice. Getting our alliance going would be really good. Well, we're looking at making our war on the next turn, so now it's going to be very unlikely. Once this denounces up, then I can declare formal war. Right here. So 5 turns. Well, we got 4. We got 5 turns to make somebody happy. After that, we're just going. I think we did have that matched up already. We might do it again. Let's just match that up again. Okay, we ready to go in and do this? Well, it is 5 turns. We're pretty much ready. Feel it? We are going to get 1 more settler. Chicago up, and actually we're building one here, but we don't need to be building one. There's bonuses that we want to put on before we do that. Instead, what we want to do is we do want to get a worker going here, because we got a lot of chopping to do. And we do got to get Magnus moved out of there. We want these to get their obelisks up to exert loyalty on this side. And if we get Hercules, that is going to be great. We're going to run Hercules over into Washington. And he's got an ability that lets you just build a district with no turns. So you might be able to just build a dam, build an encampment, and build a campus all in one fell swoop there. So I can keep generating. down there. And we are going to settle this area eventually, but it's not priority at all because it's really just crap land. There are some civs where you can stack like tundra bonuses and stuff, but we're not one of them.
narrow way by Tophet flare to Judgment Day. Be gentle when the heathen pray.
Hotoku
to
in.
Buddha at Kamakura.
So Rome's gonna, or not Rome, but Washington's gonna get 20% faith. That's an awesome one to have there.
People can have the Model T in any color, so long as it's black.
And we get warrior monks. We're all gonna use to come up here and run amok. These warrior monks they're kind of cool. They're really only good for this era that we're in. They aren't great after that, but they've got their own tech tree, and they got some cool stuff if you can actually get them into the battle and get them upgraded. We can build a Maui, but we don't need it yet. We'll save the Maui because when you get these special builds like these, the first one you build, a lot of times you get an era score with it. So if we'll wait till the era ticks over, we can use that to get that era score. But what we wanted to do was chop this baby out and then drop an industrial zone on it. 3 turns. Delaying our golden age for 4 more turns. Why leave a golden age? Now that does not give us a whole lot of time, but we can play the same game when we get over here. Is we'll get our golden age, then we'll leave the era. So I think how we're going to play that. And yeah, let's go with production. So, City of Washington right now, 19 faith. You can see everything we're getting it from. 15 science, 40 production, 40 food. We might just... It is 9 to get the suzerain there, so we'd have to use Himiko to go flip that. It's 7 to get this one. Also, your trade routes, you pay 2 culture and 1 gold for every special district of the origin city. Not really worth it. More trade route, not really worth it. Vilnius. So I think we're actually kind of at the spot here where we might think about waiting where we want to dump these 2. Because to get the 6th round, we don't have military academy yet. So we don't have a chance to rebuild. So it's not worth grabbing the 6th there. Over here, we don't have a chance to build. We don't have power plants. The bonus for when we're building power plants or buildings or districts or wonders. So we're plus 3 production in every city with a chancellery or power plant. When producing wonders, buildings, and or districts. So actually, getting the 6th round of that would still be something worth doing. So yeah, let's do it. Put them on Auckland. We're only 1 more away from Auckland from getting that bonus there. victory condition score.
The
Science.
day we stop exploring is the
Government unlocked. Merchant Republic. 10% gold in all cities with a governor. 15% production towards districts. I like my monarchy with the influence, so we're going to stick with it. But let's see here. Science. Obviously, we're all far off from that. Culture. You might see that with as fast as I've been expanding, you might see a culture victory before a domination one. And then religion. Converted one civilization. And diplomatic points, I got 5. Plan is to get over here, get our plantation back up with our industry there. More warrior monks. Just enough units down south. When the war actually goes, cross. I'm gonna take this guy and cross. Yeah, medieval era ends in 2 turns. So I'm thinking when we get there, that'll probably be what I'm going to end up wrapping the video up on. With a war on the horizon, expansion going on in the east here. Let's do a lumber mill here until we know what we actually want to do with that. Go get our marble set up there. So a little bit more, and then we are, like I said, 2 turns away. And that was a really nice expansive area there. Getting as much land taken over as I could. Setting the stage for the next war. Last turn coming up here in a second. Let's make the most of this baby. I'm gonna kick over the next area in 1 turn. And when we actually hit into Norway here, we're going to hit them on all sides. First great engineer out. Lets the city build one more district. Also triggers a Eureka for printing press. That's a great one.
A great and
And we'll just use that right here, right now. Another lighthouse for growth. Let's get a chop on industrial zone there. Right here, we're just looking at growth. Get some growth going. Probably want to get a builder on there by population 3. And I know it doesn't look like much, but once we get everything squared away on this one, this is going to be a great setup there. 2 more points, and yeah, we're going to go Auckland, and we're going to go Buenos Aires. This is the turn kick over here, and look at that, we got 862. So I am going to get enough points to do one last settler. I'm also got enough faith, I think, maybe to get one more builder. And enough trading to get trade routes there. So we're about ready to just kick this baby over. And I think I might. We are ready. So we can just declare a formal war right now, which we're going to do. I'm going to make it happen. We are going to war. Because we're not going to get our alliance squared away. None of these guys have kicked over, and at this point, the war's got to happen. We can't be waiting around any longer. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and because the era turns over in the next turn, I'm going to just send everybody in, and we'll set the stage for the next video. We're looking to get in here and get as much raiding done as we can on our way in. Head this way. Yeah, I know terrible bad luck would be this baby erupts right now, but so next turn we're gonna be getting a lot of next turn we want to do this. We want to wake defense. Wake defense, get the defense bonus in there. And wake and defend, just in case they get counterattacked. We'll move the general up one more tile. And this will be a defense as well. Skirmisher, and it looks like this right here. We're going to kick it over. We're going to get our era end here. It's not worth moving those guys out really right now. We don't got any war going on over here, but eventually we're going to move them out. And yeah, we're going to chop that out. Another unit coming over this way. So when that war starts, we're going to be all over them real quick. I don't want any of these ones here. do want is an encampment, though. We're going to get a stable in there. I think this is it right here. This should kick over. Watching the aftermath here, there's not a whole lot of these. Norway tends to build a lot of boats because they want to be like a seafaring, and their capital was right here. Where's it, Bergen? Well, either way, their capital, I think it might have been Bergen, but yeah. So they built their navy in here, and it's trapped until they can get canals. And there's our Renaissance there.
I saw a bank that said 24 hours.
Just gonna take a peek at the dedication. We got golden again. We can stick right with builder movement. Let's see here. And we're gonna stick with the builder and faith deal that we got going on right now. I mean, we can literally just grow our way to a victory. So this is what we're going to go with right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring it on to the next video. So what we got going on in the next video is we're going to get this war knocked out, and we're going to get it knocked out pretty quick. And we're already sending troops over this way. We got our build squared away where we can be building more settlers. We'll probably relocate Magnus over in this direction somewhere to help settle this as we're going. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on the way, and if we keep going at this rate, we might be looking at getting the victory notched up in this next era, which is going to be over really quick. As you can see, we've only got 5 of these, so I'm going to be actually trying to delay that era from kicking over as well. I'll probably just barely get Golden Age is what I'll be going for before I kick it over, but we'll see. I might not have left myself enough time, so we'll see. But anyway, this is X-Tace, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Have a good night.